Disappears. Submit yes first. You can share the screen and ask questions.
Okay, sure. Let me share my screen. Okay. So I created the app. Where is it? I named it as Ride On.
Nice name.
Thank you. My husband
Yeah.
suggested.
Nice.
Nice
Yeah.
brainstorming going on. Oh wow,
Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah, this is a movie actually.
The
Yeah.
cars, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched
So
it 100 times with my son. It's like, oh.
oh my
I,
God.
yeah. So these are the profiles I created, Kant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I created CEO,
Mm-hmm.
regional manager, branch manager. So then sales rep comes. I don't know why is it top now.
No, no problems.
No problem. Okay, okay. Yeah, sales rep is the agent who actually takes care of selling the cars.
Mm-hmm.
So that one. And next is finance advisor. This guy usually takes care of the customer payments,
Mm-hmm.
like full cash or checks.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought in that process. Next is the insurance agent who takes care of all the insurances, policies, and stuff. And then the car loan advisor. So is it okay or
Okay, now will the finance advisor be a sales rep?
no? So that's the thing. So sales rep is the guy who will first say what cars are there in the market, what are used, what are new, and if it is used, what is the mileage and he'll just show the cars and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
then when it comes to the payments, he will send the customer to the finance advisor.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then this guy, he will first check the credit score. Usually that happens in USA. He first checks the credit score and he will say if he's eligible for taking a loan or
Mm-hmm.
not. So for that, if he will also take care of if he's paying full cash or full check or bank loan. If he is trying to go to bank loan, then this guy will send him here. Usually people here, they actually call to the banks and then they um, take advice or they just take loan, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
uh, and also there will be one guy, the who gives bank loan through the agency. For example, if it is a BMW car, so the BMW will give the loan, it seems, for the
Yeah.
customer, or
Mm-hmm.
else he will go to the other banks and call the customer. So this guy will take care of that loans. That is what I thought. And
Mm-hmm.
then this insurance guy will take care of all the whole insurance, how much down payment you have to give, how much it will be.
Right.
Not down pay, sorry. For what is a warranty, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is what I
Oh,
thought.
oh, your URL says Mahabharatam.
Uh,
Well,
oh, no.
I just saw that. Wow, I was just thinking of you.
So
Okay.
I was doing this thing, the what do you call, the certification modules, and they asked me to change this URL. So I didn't get anything. My husband was watching Mahabharatam in TV. I just put it. Yeah.
I have one quick question here. So we created the profiles here, right? So
Mhm.
how does this profile link to our app?
It'll ask while
Okay,
you're creating. I'll show you. Wait.
I did it. I'm just wanting double check that if I did it right. So yeah, I created the
So you create the app, right? And
right.
then you go. Oh, okay. Okay. So next. Navigation items, these are all whatever you give here. So for that only, Khan told us to first create profiles, then
Okay,
do the
okay,
app.
okay.
Yeah, that's what
And
I did. Is this
okay, what
correct
if I
process?
created the profiles first and I've created the app name? How do I configure the profiles to the app now?
Go to the profiles and then configure the application which you want to give an access.
Okay, I did that way. I just wanted to make sure that okay, that's the right one.
See,
Okay.
if
This
everything's
one.
ready, if everything's ready on the go, you can just keep giving the access and going on. That's the reason your profile is there at the very beginning, so it will be pretty easy for you guys to give access to those applications.
Can you how do so she created the profiles, right? So where do we give the accesses, like different visibility or some, well, that thing,
That you have to go to a profile, and at the very beginning you have to
permissions?
no
Is
no
Permission
it
no
set? No?
no.
Oh.
See,
it's in
permission set.
profiles on?
One point for the permission set is always you can give additional access to someone called as
Right.
permission set. You cannot revoke some access using a permission
Okay.
set.
So go
Hmm.
to profiles and then
Choose the profile, whichever she has chosen. I mean, from there you have to knock off, which is not required.
From here, edit, and we have to do.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
so many
my
other applications
layout
you can.
is not like this. I don't see this in my layout.
Okay, let's
I'm
see.
not sure why.
Um,
I
Uh,
will give you
well, hold on.
access. Okay.
Now you have seen so many application access. Where is that cars?
Profile setup.
Where is your custom application? Right on. Yeah, went on.
Right on.
edit.
Right on.
Yeah, edit this.
Do you
Edit this.
want me to go there?
No, no. The
Mm,
same profile you edit it.
edit
Sales
it?
rep, yeah, sales rep having so many access. You need to knock off all the applications here,
Oh.
except right on.
Oh, okay, okay.
Go quickly do that because sales rep.
Custom app settings. I have
Hmm,
apps and systems. This looks so different. I'm doing something wrong.
no, 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 don't be. Let's see that.
Okay. So only ride on he needs access custom app, and then here I'll do it later. I want
Mhm.
to.
So you can turn off the tabs also.
Okay. Oh,
So
okay, okay.
that's the reason I said to one profile you um, take off all the access and then clone that particular profile. So
Yeah.
Okay.
you would be very sure that okay that profile is already minimized and
Oh,
Okay.
cloning them will make you do not touch on all of this activity. So
okay.
one profile you have to get on all of them. So
Mm-hmm.
that is still more easy.
Okay.
So you do first one profile and then skim it off and then clone the skimmed profile and then skim it off further. Something like that, right?
Yes, scheme or add
But
it on, whatever you can do.
Okay.
oh, okay.
Because
Okay.
that would be
So for CEO,
minimal to this application only. Because now if you see it is a bunch. Again, if you go to another profile, again you have to take off. So it'll be so burden.
oh, okay.
And you
So
should
I
say
have a
that
question.
no, look at this. Even no, just let me finish it off. Go to the system
Sorry.
administrator. Sorry to
Mm,
interrupt.
no
No, no, no,
problem.
no, no. Just scroll on the same. Same. Don't cancel. Scroll on the same. So this you're gonna tap tab access and you see administrative permissions. Now do a
Mm,
sales rep when he logs in, you say that hey, he can manage licenses, password policies,
mm,
manage public list view. So you should think that whether this guy is a basic guy, why you should give actually you have cloned from system admin. System admin is
huh.
not equivalent to a sales profile. Now why system admin
Mm,
is having such huge options is because you should have because you should have all the access to the application. I mean to the org basically, not to application. Now
okay.
think through this. There's so many things. Edit my dashboard, edit my reports. Your dashboard, your report is fine. Now this guy can go modify everyone's profile, what not access and all if you see. So you have to get down them. See that which
Okay.
is for a sales rep, what level of system administrator permissions you can have. Post it in Google. What they say, think through, and then give them. See, we all users, we all profiles. A sales guys to what level he can view. So we have to again think through. Then general user permission. So you can see anyone's data. So these two sections you have to investigate. Which I'm saying is
Okay.
as a general user permissions and an administrator settings to what level this guy can see. Tomorrow if you create a report, if a CEO's report you can't see, right? So if he says here according to this, view reports in public folders. Okay. View data export. I mean so many options you have. You just cannot see them. Which is useful to you, you can turn off them.
Okay, I see now
Okay.
what it is. Okay.
Yeah, this is what the doubt I have. Yeah, you clarified. Okay.
Because it'll have a bunch of things where which is relevant to our project, you can take it off. Now it comes to object permissions. So in the standard objects, you have so many things. I don't want so many things. No, what is your applications now? A sales rep, do have access to all this? No, I don't want getting coach, authorizations, contacts. To I mean, you can give contacts to what level? So read, update, delete. So only read view. You can't delete the sales rep. Once you create the contact, you cannot delete.
Oh,
So
okay.
now just think through that and minimize. So API anomaly even. So he is not even touching this object. So assets is not even holding it. So whichever thing is not relevant to your project, knock them off.
Okay, okay.
And the knocked off whichever the skimmed off whatever themselves say, and that profile you try to clone
So creating a profile only is a two-day project.
it.
Okay, so first we
See,
have to
energy audit is the one which is a custom object someone has created. Now this is absolutely a custom object. Even for the custom
I
object,
did it.
uh, for some trailers,
I
from for some trailers you did.
yeah. I was doing the certification trial that I actually shared with you guys, right?
Yeah.
There. I was doing the data models and yeah. Okay. I have to knock off then.
Mm. Which is
Okay.
relevant to this project, you gave it to the sales rep. And sales rep, you have created generic, I think. If you have too many applications in your project, so make sure that profiles also you give it the same way that write on. So CEO hyphen and then sales rep.
Mm, okay.
Something to
Oh,
understand, to easy to identify because
oh, okay, okay.
But
sometimes
that will be that whatever name we give, it will be only for that app, right? If we are creating a different app, we'll have different name for the CEO.
CEO no, it's CO I'm saying. C sec right. I know what is it? Cars on ride on cars. Ride on.
Oh,
Ride on you say RO. Okay, RO hyphen sales rep.
okay,
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 okay.
okay. Got it. Okay, okay, yeah.
So tomorrow if you say you wanted to build blood bank, so BB hyphen sales rep. So something like that.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay,
So that way you have tons of profiles, but the profiles will match to respective applications.
okay. So
Okay.
the profiles is global. It like everybody can see the profiles what we create.
Only system admin can see.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, because I created other user, some S Tushira, other guy, and when I came into profiles or users, when I was looking for other stuff, I was not able to see.
Oh, you did not create it as system admin or something like that.
No, I mean, so I am a system admin. I created a user.
Oh, user. Okay, okay,
Yeah, so well, yeah, now it makes sense for me. Okay, I will do that then. First, I'll clone it from system admin. I'll change all the permissions and then I can change. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Kant. Yeah, this was a major doubt for me, and yeah, rest all
Yeah.
I
Even
got
the
right.
FLS, which is not required. Currently, you need not worry about if you don't give object access, if you don't give time, you need not worry about this. If you still say that no, I will not have each and every access, then please knock this also off.
Okay,
Each and every object you should go turn off each and every then. So
yeah,
that
yeah,
means
I'll
you're trying to control everything. So if you're not to give FLS, is still fine because you don't have object access, tab access. What will do with the fields access? Object itself is not there. What will give you the field access? So that's the reason I was not focusing on FLS, but instead I was focusing on object settings where you don't give uh, object permissions at all. Really create update view for an object at the
okay,
last.
okay.
Too many checkboxes you could see, right? Or standard object
Yeah,
permissions. So there, if you knock off, the respective fields are not required. Okay, pretty good. So you try to do this. So firstly, what I recommend is first go to profiles. So one particular profile is came off, and then so whatever the profiles you created, still you can again delete of them, and because while again cloning the same, you would be having an issue, right?
yeah, yeah. I'll rename also. I'll put like as you said, RO hyphen and
Ha,
stuff like.
very good.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
do
yeah,
one
yeah.
thing this,
I'll do
and
that.
then the new profile you clone off, and there should be difference in each profile to what level they
Hmm.
will access. So they should be different in each profile. And did you create roles?
Yeah. No, I didn't create roles. I just created profiles. I got multiple doubts. I was like, okay, let me clarify and then go ahead,
Mhm.
because I don't want to put all these doubts here and go ahead. Yeah,
Okay.
this is what I created. Profiles. I created a logo. I created an app. I did this profiles.
Show me the
That's
app.
it.
I mean, just like on the view. No,
App.
just no. Click on the nine dots and then see. I want to preview that. That I think.
Oh,
Okay. Good. No, just a moment. Just click on view all.
view all.
View. I'm not able to find my app in that quick search.
No, no, no. Just drop them where were you? Right on. Where is that? Right on. Where is it?
Oh,
I
where is
think
it?
even I'm not able to search my app. That was my question next.
Oh, I don't know how.
Because I
I
was
mean, I'll show you app
the
manager.
map manager you showed us, right? Yeah,
See, I have.
exactly.
Open it. Open it.
Okay.
Edit it.
How can I right click?
Edit.
No.
No, there's and there is a
Edit.
small
Okay.
drop down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Edit. Okay.
Okay. Okay. The here I can see.
Okay, fine. Click on apps options.
Okay.
Okay.
I just put a default. I didn't change.
User profile come. User profiles.
These are the profiles.
Where
I'm
system
able to
admin?
see.
Where system admin?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
don't miss to add system admin. That guy should be there. Or else, no.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Now we can see now.
Yeah, you should see now because you logged in as system admin.
Okay. 1 second. Let
Hey,
me
no, no,
pull
wait.
up.
Did you save it?
I I did. Wait a second.
Okay, okay. Now, if it's saved, then just click on the nine dots and check.
Oh, you all. Yay.
Okay, don't search now. I don't know. Uh, just again click on nine dots.
Uh,
The first, yeah. Why? Because it's not showing the front. I'm showing that's the reason. You will. So
oh,
after you
he
go,
is not
yeah,
showing. That's
uh,
oh.
just click on view all.
You are.
So hold on now. Right on. No, just scroll it. Right on. Drag them to the first.
Oh, we can do that.
So
Oh,
now, safely land it.
okay.
That's it. And you
Got
close
it.
it now.
Yay. Thank you.
Yeah. So whenever you work, you can quickly go on to that particular application, click on, and then you can start working on it.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Right on. So you have these many in your project.
I mean, I just thought accounts, contacts. Yeah. This files is obviously we don't need. I
I
thought these
think
are.
so. So if you say home, that should be the first one, and that should be the next. Service resources, task, reports. Check which is relevant to your project. I mean the schema which you given, and then this is not much. Maybe you can have reports and other stuff, but match with along with your schema.
Oh, what do you think will be like accounts, contacts, home, opportun? Oh,
Hmm.
products,
So what
services,
is your schema says? I mean, ER diagram says. So what is a project actually?
car sales.
Where is car sold? Where is customer
Oh,
insurance
okay, okay.
Did
policy?
that tabs come default when you created? I don't have anything in my app.
Yeah, but that means you didn't select them. She has selected a
Okay.
couple of tabs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
No,
while
not here.
creating the
No, not this. This is right on app. This is the moment you try to click on the pencil. So it is right. It is you are customizing a dashboard. Sorry, tabs only for your profile. Maybe when other
Hmm.
logs in, they won't see it. You should go to
oh,
app level, and from there navigation items you should remove it off.
okay, got it.
Okay.
Uh,
So what about Jamsil? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, my profiles.
yeah, I'll give you access. Okay, I will
So
stop
you just
sharing.
you
I
just
will put Gemsil as a host.
yeah, perfect.
Make
Hey,
host.
I,
Yeah.
Tushar, do you have any questions? Sorry.
I mean, no problem. I'm done. I'm done. I'm completely done now. I will do whatever you said today, and I'll come with that. So you want me to create even the roles?
Yes, of course. Roles profile
Okay.
should be there. If you know at advanced level what permissions you wanted to give it, you can even control them there also.
Okay. I will create roles and permissions. Yeah. Okay. I made you host, right, Jemson?
Okay. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see now.
Okay. So, go to the profiles. What happened to this? It's not typing. Okay, I have to rename it, that is for sure. But when I come here, my view is different from what Tushira was saying, right? But when I go to edit properties, not edit properties, somewhere I saw assigned
Okay.
apps.
No, that is something that you have the advanced version of the profile settings.
Okay,
You
here
can,
I.
no. So this is something that you have a advanced user reference. So you
Okay,
can do as like if you want like Tushira's, then go to wherever you typed as profile, no? You type interface, user interface.
okay. Where do I need to go?
Oh,
In user interface.
mhm. User interface there. So come down, scroll down the last.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere did you see enhanced profiles? No,
Enable.
enhance something.
I don't see anything enhanced. It's saying enable. Enable enhanced list I have.
No, no, done. Um, so I think one more we have. Let me check. Wait, turn off. I think this is settings we have. Let me user management settings.
User management settings.
Just type as user management. Click on them.
Okay.
If you see here, enhance profile list views.
Hands profile.
The
It's
first one.
enabled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I disable it?
Yes, yes.
I think I was doing something. I think I enabled
Mm.
it.
So what happened is it is enhanced profile list was early in user interface. So now they
Okay.
are separately moved to user management settings.
Okay.
So that's the reason there's a question here, doubt of enhanced. Hey, let it be the enhanced user profile list. Sorry, it's the first one. Let it be. See the third one.
Enhance profile user.
User
Okay.
Yeah,
interface.
yeah, the
Okay.
third one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
Okay.
you should see. Now it should see.
Okay. I can go back. Okay. Now I see that. Okay. I have to delete and create again. I'll do that and come with my questions tomorrow.
What do you have to
And
do?
I do see my app now. So, but I do not see it up. Oh, I
You
don't
have to
know.
drag it.
Oh, oh it's
Get
not
to
coming.
get to the service to that level. Don't go top of that.
Service level.
Yeah.
Get to
Just
the
get to
service
this.
level.
No, don't go
Drop it.
top. I mean,
Okay.
where the service you see there you drop it.
Put it on the service.
I tried. It's not. I put it here. It's not bad.
For
What's
us,
happening?
your mouse is going on top of it. Okay, get to next to chatter set. Salesforce chatter. Drop
Okay.
there. Is it
What's
moving?
happening?
That What you made it fixed? Not to move.
No, I'm holding it.
Leave it.
It's going back to where it was.
Okay, just move next to above or see whether it is moving at least to the next level.
No, I think it's locked. It's not moving anywhere. No.
So to what status it is into?
What do you mean?
How can I perform? Not me. Just click on that the nine dot chair. What it says? No, no. You click on that and then it's view on.
This one?
Yeah,
Oh,
that takes to the app. Okay.
but that's okay. That I'll try to figure out why it is not going. But yeah, this is good. I wanted this view. I did not know what's going on.
Okay. I suggested do try with the same. Be ready
Hmm.
with the profile and application objects. If all is ready,
Okay.
then make it.
Okay. Let me stop sharing and give you the.
No. Yeah. Give me the present access.
Okay.
Okay. So let me share my screen. Let me know once you're able to see my screen. The case management chapter which I want to take today.
Service cloud. Okay.
So in how many ways did you create a case? That's the first question it come picture.
What? Come again? Hello.
Yeah. So the question would be like, if some issues goes wrong with your device, whichever you purchased recently, in what are the ways that you just communicate to the people that's something that you should convey your device is not functioning well.
Email.
Okay. Now let's see. And some hmm, so how many ways do the case gets created? Hmm, tell me. Email, then
Email. Message.
message. You
I
send
mean,
text.
through Teams, IM, or
So when we say case here, this is the issue of a product.
Yeah.
Okay. Raising the disputes
How? Raising disputes how?
by calling the customer service or.
Calling, yes. Call. Maybe it's a call center or some toll numbers.
yeah.
Something the company has provided to you. So
Yeah.
based on that,
They'll also have
Feedback.
live chat where we can chat with the message.
like
Bot.
chat.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
So email, call, chat. So under these three, huh?
Mm, that should be.
There's a majority way things, right? So this call center stolen numbers or some phone numbers we call via through phone, correct? That's something is about all about a number. A phone number you try to talk to call center guys.
Hmm.
Actually, for a call center is either is calling control numbers or a phone numbers you're trying to call to call center. Okay, live chat is already a live chat. Some person is there, still fine. You're trying to text with the person who's online. There's a chat bot who is a AI who tries to talk to you at a minimum level. If you are still not satisfied, they just try to send to a either to a live chat agent who is available, actually who is a human being, or it tries to give a call to you directly from their agent service to you. So any other way can you think? Like which are the ways you can raise the service? So web to case. This is also called as where someone tries to create on their own self-service. So when do they reach here? How many ways do the case gets created? So these are the options to create. So prior to that, what Salesforce is recommending or any service-based companies who's trying to give a service, they are trying to say is please look into FAQs
Yes.
or let's see, frequent questions or generic articles would be there. For example,
Troubleshooting guides.
yeah. So all would come under articles. Okay. So all the articles are based out of knowledge base. So knowledge base. So knowledge base when I say, um, so it'll have it's a combination of articles. Articles, knowledge base articles, whatever the name you can keep it up. So it talks about specific things, what you can do with the application. So now why FAQs we say frequency asked questions all over there and something other articles also they would post it when you search for it. That means something the product is not working. How do we resolve for ourselves? An article is already presented there. Now, so before creating a case, this is the way that we have to check into the website of a company, or you have to search there. Only then, if it doesn't works, if you have already username and login some stuff, you can go to your portal, and there will be a raise a ticket or raise a service. Something will be there. So via through that also you can go create a case. And that case would call as web to case. Otherwise, have an email. You don't have this option, but you have an email of the company. You can directly shoot an email. So still you will get an email for that particular case. Or else you have phone number to connect with them, or else you have live chat with the live agent is on. Only then you can connect to the live chat. See, live chat and web to case is all would be on the same page. Why? You have a form to fill to a case and send it. Prior to that, you have see that there's a chat bot or live agent who is online. So you try to connect with them because before sending a case, you can connect with them and say your first problem. And if they are okay with that, so they will be assisting what to do next. If no one responding, best case is you to do a self request or you try to send an email and then you simply sit. Or still all this is not required. You directly call them over the phone to help make out the service. I know if you are trying for too many times and no one is responding, make using a phone call. Okay, this is a general way, and the general applies to the real world terms of case management also. So here, what we try to do is Case management. So while we're doing the case management, how do we create a case? How do we close the case? So all that is the things that we have to look into it. When I say case management, of course, what are the ways the case is getting created? First thing. And prior to case create, what should I manage with? So second thing. And the third thing is, if you're trying to create, how well we're trying to manage to reach to respective people. Now this is a restaurant app, so so any issues goes with the restaurant. So they're raising a concern, either the food quality or the service quality. So they didn't feel much with the restaurant. So then something, an issue has to come to us. Maybe the customers who are there for the McDonald's, they may not have a separate login for them, but directly they can have a toll free, or for any issues they can come back to us. Like say complaining box or some inquiries that they can have it. Now if say someone is requesting for everyday 1,000 meals I want, but you don't have any website which is running like a campaign now. But still you want to connect to that respective restaurant and then get the meal and every day 1,000 meals. So to prepare 1,000 meals, it takes a little more effort. So who should do nearest restaurant or some restaurant does and then sends the only the order directly to the respective location. So all those they should think through. So that way, if someone is raising a request or concerns, or we have to just follow them. You getting? That's what I'm trying to say. Do you getting?
Yeah.
So let's come to the point. So what is a case? Case is basically a tickets or issues or say incidents where you raise your concerns in whatever the format it is. It should reach and create a number to you. So the moment when next time you're trying to connect to them, saying that 00123. So this is my case number. What is the status of it? So that's how a case should be there. Though you're explaining, informations, it should be recorded as a um, one record, whatever record. The information is whatever you are trying to say. You have some problems, we have to record in a whatever the we should create a record and then record them all. So that is what I'm saying it about. Okay, now email to case and web to case is the one which we see here. So let's see how do we do both of them. On the day we created web to lead. Yes, same way we're going to create web to case. Just a minute. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's get it. So web to case, we just go on. First, let's target this, then target this. So live chat and something on the community one we can test it on, even the chat bot. First, how do we create a web to case? So of course, it is easy way. Just go to web to case. You can get them. A web to case. How web to do you have? Web to case HTML generators you can have. So now what I want to say is, hey, you are a case team. So I want to give something to you. Like mm, whenever you try to create a case via through web, so I wanted to manage to a web team. So there's something called as queue. Queue is a meaning of them is I would be queue members who all called as support agents. Now I have a support agents. I would segregate the support agents into multiple things. So when the case comes from the web, so I would have a separate team for them. When a case comes from the email, they have a separate team for them. So so when I get a call, even the call centers, whoever is free, only them to it routes to. You cannot designate it that respective person only I need to talk to. Whoever is free in the channel, so it will redirect to them. So like way we're gonna put it this case into a queue, and the queue members can now accept and then take to themselves. You getting?
Yeah.
So so case category I'm saying here it is web to case. So if it is a product based company, like say some hardware manufacturing industry, if you raise a request on maybe your subject is saying that motherboard is having some issue. I don't have, no, when you turn on, it's not working fine. Something is went wrong. So this is all your subject and description. If you have, if you found out, then we'll assign it to hardware team because you're already talking about the motherboard stuff. But if something is you're talking about installation, software that this is not working, then we assign to a core technical software team. So based on the subject text, whatever you send, so we can still identify them and then make it route to a proper queue. So what happens if it's a non-technical or technical to another guy if it goes on? So they'll be taking a lot of time to investigate, and then they'll send that this is defect is not, or this case is not to us. Then again they have to reroute it. Even this happens in normal case. When you call for banking things, you mistakenly type in some number wrongly, but still you can say that please route my call to a respective credit card team or saving bank team. They will do for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that way you're saying that you may land it to whatever the queue. If something is not relevant, the queue members can reroute that particular ticket or case where it should route to. That also they can do. So why I'm saying about this background stuff is because how a real-time company works on the queue management things. So we are just gonna find out by the type of the case I'm gonna route it to particular queue. So there's a couple of ways to investigate on what type of the things I should give so that it moves to the right queue. So all we are expecting, you do something, it should move to the right queue. And the right queue members, they will accept you and then they start working on it, then one to one would be there. So the user who is working and plus the user who are having an issue. So they would connect further. So that is all we wanted it. So that's assuming the real state. So now let's do one thing. So I'm gonna create call as web queue. So this web queue, uh, what they do is we'll have a collection of people in this, and any tickets come from web to case, it'll all it directly goes to a web queue and then assign there. So for this assignment rules also we have to write it. Assignment rules. So let's see that. So how do we do a web to case assignments? We'll do it off. So firstly, what should I do is I should go to a queue. I should create the queue first. Or read the line what it says. Just go for a reference. So did you guys gone through this? What SQ
Yeah.
says?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions over there?
So if a user is working on one case from the queue, and if that case is done, will the queue pop up the next upcoming case to the user?
Now what happens is it is like a pool of tickets would be onto the queue. So users has to queue members basically. So they have to pick themselves when they start working on it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay,
So
got
that is
it.
what they're saying. Share the workload effectively.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Sometimes yes, of course we make a write a logic automatically who is free it can assign to them. That is all our logic we have to write it.
Okay,
So one second.
okay.
Okay. So we know that the queues are a group of users where you try to manage the workload and then effectively do it. Effectively, when you do it, it isn't the queue they are trying to assign it. You can automatically assign in a future state. The moment the case is getting created, using a trigger, you can figure out your queue members are free or not, how many tickets they're holding it. If the tickets holding count of the particular queue members is 5, okay, then you're stopping them, not to assign anymore. Where this is I'm saying is about automatic assigning the case to our respective queue members. The current scenario which I'm seeing is all the tickets would come to the queue, and here individual users are picking for themselves. It's a manual process. So let's create a queue firstly, and we'll say on which particular object we're going to do it. So I want to do the case queue. Queues you can implement on whichever the object you wanted it. So many number of objects we have. But what I wanted is for me it is now as of now even for lead also you can create a queue because how many types of leads we're getting in, so they can also have a queues. Even for car sold also you can have a queue. Even for the donors or staff also you can have a queue. Whatever it is. But again, everyone is working as a team of members or a group of members in respective things we need to talk about a queue. For me, it makes sense when we are talking about a case because we are talking on which particular ticket who is working on sharing the workload. So likewise, it is a web queue I'm saying it about, which we decided. So if you have any queue emails, you can say separately uh, for this particular queue, web queue at mcdonalds.com. This is something that an email ID. If the moment you try to communicate to the email ID, all the group of email members would be there, and they will be receiving it. Let's say it's a DL, a director list, directors list, or whatever they call. So if you send to that particular DL, all the list of people should be there, and they will access it. Whatever. Sometimes what happens, it says admin support at um, mcdonalds.com. So the support at mcdonalds.com could itself be like a human in like this. Web queries at mcdonalds.com. Anyone who sends a mail to the web queries, it will automatically assign to the respective queue. Okay. Anything that we can populate.
Okay.
I'm not going to fill as of now because we don't have any company email. Rather, we don't send to the emails to the members. Now, usually these are the members we have. Bash 33 is the one we have. Who's an admin basically? Additionally, if you wanted to save, we can save it. So now we don't have queue email, only simple queues we have. Hmm. Let's go to an assignment rule. Look at this. Lead has an assignment rule, topics as an assignment rule, case as an assignment rule. So like that, each and every object we have an assignment rule. Only these three we are eligible to have assignment rules. So like I'm just taking up the case assignment rules. Same with tomorrow if you see if you want to assign to a queue for a lead also lead assignment rules is the one you have to go to. It's all same. Ideal way of defining them is same. Automatically assign cases to the users or queues based on the criteria that you define here. You can create multiple rules, but only one rules can be active. So the meaning of this is you can have as many rules you want, but only one rules can be active. So that is the Salesforce gives only one rules can be active at a time. Either it can be standard or it can be custom. Now, getting a rule of only one, and then they can have a configuration as multiple entries inside. You can have as many entries inside, so that no one will stop you. So I say new, I say custom, and I'm making this as active. If I do so, only this would be active, and the other one would be deactivated. Look at this. The meaning of this is only one can be active. Are you getting?
Yeah.
So why we are trying to do assignment rules is whenever someone tries to create a case in whatever the format it is, it's coming in. I'm gonna give a condition saying that if your entry criteria is this, so then you're going to go to this particular queue, or else it will be normal queue. I mean normal user space. If we match them with our condition, then you'll be in respective line into a web queue. Why web queue? Yeah, that is the one which we created it. Why it should be web queue specifically based on some condition entry. We say that you go to this particular queue. So let's put an entry there. I'm going to the custom case assignment. What do you call rule entries? You can have a bunch of rule entries. No any limits to this. I think up to 200 we can have entries. Um, let's put this case rule entries. Oh, okay. Assignment rule entries limit. I think 200. 25. 25 is that less, no? Is there limit on amount of case assignment rules? Let's see. Because assignment rules, which you put as here, keep entries. How many entries you can have max? So when is his reply says it's in 18. Let's copy this. He has given this reference. Actions allowed per user is 200. Filter criteria per rule entry is 25. Formula grid is 1500. Okay. Active rules per object applies to any combinations of active workflow, assignment rules, auto responsive execution. 50. Yeah, this is the one which is because we are into the assignment section and it says about for a particular object. Yes, case object assignment rules we're dealing with. Of course, we can have up to 50 assignment rules. We can have sorry, rule entries we can have. It's not about the rules. It's all about the. Hmm, let me just see. Rule entry makes sense. Control F entry. Filter criteria per rule entry is 50 25. This is the one. 25 it is. Mhm. Sorry for that. When I say new, when I say new, so this is the entry criteria which you have. Entry criteria which you have. You can have up this up to 25. Hey, first field is date and time. Operator equals to today. So like that, you can have as many rule entry criteria, which is up to 25. You can have. Mm. That it talks about actions allowed per rule. Hmm. Limits for assignments, escalation rules. Hmm. Total rules per object. If you say 500, what is this again? Applies any combination of active. Okay. So I'll just get to know the right point of this and then come to this assignment rule. So this is all what we call as rule criteria. Okay, I'll tell you the right point here, what it could be. Because this all would be a question sometimes in the admin questions as an exam. What is the rule criteria entry that we have? Active rules per object is saying 50. So how definitely we can say it is 50 or not? Hmm. Now something like an entry we have 50 and some people expects to have a 60, then what should we do with? So you have to raise a service ticket to a Salesforce and say that you have to extend them. Only then you can get the additional stuff. Again, that you have to pay for it. And this is about the entry. The name of it is 255. Oh, also you can write a formula. Now instead of using a standard criteria, I have more than 25 filter criteria. Hmm. So 25 criteria, which I mean is this filter criteria. This is the filter criteria. Now set the order to in which the rule entry will proceed with. I would say this is the first one. So like that you can give it as many. So the as many we have a count of at least 50 or 25 within as of now. And I'll just get the exact count how many such rule entries you can have per rules. Let's say case object is a rules we have for assignment object. How many rules you can create? I said how many ever you create, we don't care. Only one can be active. I said. Now for that each and every rule entry, how many rule entry you can have? So that I'll give a count how much it should be. When you have a let's say 25 rule entry, out of that, which one in what order should I execute? So that is the sorting order I'm giving it here. So let's say today 1, 2, 3, 4 as you wish. So based on the sorting order, it'll execute the assignment rules. I'm giving this as one as of now and putting a case entry criteria is case origin where um, equals case origin equals if it is a web, then I'm assigning to web to queue, web queue. Is getting this one criteria is enough for me. Now, if that is a case which is matching you and you're choosing the queue and web queue is the one which we created, do not reassign owner if you can give. That's still enough. If you have a template, you can say that email template. Hey, this is the web to queue. You assign to it. We will get back to you. If you don't do that, also whoever is creating the case for them, they will shoot an email. Thanks for creating the case. Okay, so let's recap what we're doing now. Go back here. How many ways you can create case? Firstly, we're trying to do with the self service web to case. Now, these queue assignments could match with any of these guys. It's not specifically for web to case. It's a generic thing. We create a case. Sorry, we created a queue and then choose an object called as case, and then we chosen the name of the queue name is web queue, and then we assign went to assignment rule. We created a custom um, case assignment rule. Yeah, and then what it did is under this we can putting a rule as entry rule as what origin case origin is web. Now if you do so, then you're automatically assigned to the web queue. That is what we have to see now. Web queue and don't have any template. So in later on stage we'll see. You assign the respective queue, you will have a respective template saying that thanks for assigning the case to us. So rule entries is one, and this is the case we have. So like this, you can have as many entries you can have for this particular assignment rule. And for this assignment rule, only one can be active. As many rule entries you can have. So this is again we are talking about. This is a condition you have. Okay. Now we have ready with the queue assignments and ready with the queue name also. Now just simply we have to create a case and then let's see how it lands through. Web to case generator again sometime back. So I'm thanking your page. Thank you. Okay. Let's say this is a thank you page which I wanted to give it. So I'm just giving the written reference URL of this thank you page. Whatever the reference that you can give, guys, no problem with this. Copy image address and let me put this. Let's see. Hmm. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy this and then directly put into our case written URL. So that way you directly land it to the thank you page. Fine. In that way, if you get it to a thank you, then I know that you are directly creating the case. Success and then you're getting there. So origin, um, so subject, email, phone, it's all fine. So I don't give any what to say origin of the case. It should automatically figure out. Let's see. So what I've given here is I think already guys know email, phone, subject, description would be part of case. For web to lead, you have a chosen lead source, his phone number. Again, that type you were just looking into. So this looks pretty simple one. I think you guys already know. Org is must here, and then return your last thank you page that you're doing it. So that's how we're getting it. So Control AC, and I'm just creating new file, save it. Yes. So you see batch 33 web two keys. Then try to run them. What's that? There's something called as launch is not the no. Okay, anyway, no problem. Hmm. Batch 33 web to keys HTML open with Chrome. This is simple form you have, and whenever you just same type of form you can have in a contact us page or in a self service portal page, or let's say you have your own portal. So you click on raise a ticket or raise a service request, raise a dispute, whatever the name call. So there you fill out the few informations about who are you, what are you doing. If you have already logged in and your application says, then we don't take about your email, phone number, all will be already there part of application. Just we try to take is what is your concern, try to get the issue, and there's a list of FAQs already present for this, and still you wanted to create, go ahead and give the informations. That's how it will be. But a flat user who doesn't have a user been created in the Salesforce is of course he has to go with the name of him. What is the contact name? If you say Abdul Kalam, and then his email is kalam@gmail.com. phone number. It says, so this is all about restaurant, right? Service issue at Kakapal. Service delivery issue. So this guy is always the delay in time. I know what is happening. So it's simply raising concern called a service delivery issue at Kakapal. So just submit it. So the moment you submit, you get a thank you page. That means so the cases got created in Salesforce and they returned URL saying that this is a thank you page. Fine. And now we have to come back to our say case. Directly type the object name and then you can also check. So in the case, I'm just seeing the recent view. So let me go check all open cases. You see, other name it was directed to the username, and this is directed to the web queue. So it has come from web to case, and then here in the trace you can see. Okay, right side we have details. This is a crazy one. So why the feeds are here? If you see important cases details this level, right side we have majority you talk on a case. That's the reason they have a chat share. Call log, read log, text post, trace changes. So all that you can see here. So look at the right side. So web queue is a case owner. I mean case owner now. So part of this queue, as many people who are there, they will try to take it and accept them. And studies is new, we know. So this case was nulled into automatically it came as web case. What is the web name, email they've given? What is the web name you given? Web phone number. Who have ordered the form that you given, no? That is well captured as web. Subject is service delivery issue. So now this guy, someone who try to, as a group member, someone who tries to accept this case and change it to the respective name, and they start working on this. And they have to apologize this Kalam saying that hey, this is the issues we have. So we'll quickly get your issue sorted out. See, dear Kalam, thank you for submitting your questions to us online. This email which is sent to Kalam. Actually, this is an email which is sent to Kalam. If the Kalam email ID is original, kalam at gmail.com, if someone is there, to him he would have fired an email.
Unknown.
Unknown voice. So we should give something our name. So make sure the emails would receive to us.
Okay.
See, thank you for submitting questions to this. And service delivery is Kokapalli. As we get McDonald's advisor. This template is already there in Salesforce. That is what I was saying. You can choose your own email templates, what to be figured and what to be fired. It's getting on a
Yeah.
case creation, what type of tickets fires, where it is having that settings. If you all want, go to support settings. How can that default go to this particular thing? If you think there's support settings, you can go here and see that who is the default owner should be. What is the case automatic cases? Case creation template. Why the phone inquiry is this? Then if it is web, what is inquiry? So all that you can see basically here. So now if this is an case creation template. Dear contact, thank you for submitting to us. This is your reference and this is the phone number for email or an organization name. So that's a template we have. So like that, each and every request that whatever you send, we can send the case assignment. This is on default case creation. These are the assignments templates that fires. The following case has been assigned to a team. This you can notify to the team members, like say queue members. You getting? This we are assigning to the queue members. The
Yeah.
following case has been assigned to your team. Please look into it. So for a web queue team, I think this template would have chosen.
Okay.
Then that team particularly they will get to know. Okay, this is a mail which is came automatically from a Salesforce, that's something case is newly assigned to our team. That's how. So their team will get to know, and someone go out and work on that particular defect or case. So what you talked about web to case. In the web to case, what you talked about is assignment rules, and then uh, rule entries. What you can give. Today we have just only one rule entry saying that your origin is web, so we're putting it to web queue. So you can complicate as many things that you wanted it. So if I say something else onto the rule criteria to respect to which queue you wanted to get in, so that is all you have to assign. So my agenda is to just simply create an assignment rule web to case web queue is assigned or not, and the user who logged in he can associate the ticket to himself. How? So if it goes to a case, if I was a member of that case, then I get an option called as accept. Look at this accept. So I am a member of this queue, and I'm respectively logged in, and then I can accept this ticket. If the moment I try to accept, web queue would be changed to my name. Is getting? So you are the queue member, and you have the access to accept the case. Since it shouldn't be the queue name for longer time. Queue name is a generic name. It has been assigned to a team, but no one has started working on it. Again, you can escalate the case that also. If it is, the ticket is assigned to queue and no one is logged in, or no one assigned to themselves, so we can escalate the case, right? That means no one is started working on it. So if someone says come and accepts, and then if you change the name, okay, someone has modified. I mean, from a queue they have taken it and already started progressing on it. For this also you can fire an email saying that someone already started working on your ticket and they're looking into. So once it's solved, so Tayano, we have resolved. So do you have any questions? You're gonna get the feedback. Okay, now let's come here. So what is case management? Web to case we have dealt with. How do we manage a case in queues that we saw now? So let's do an email to case. So now someone is sending an email. How an email is received to us. That also we can do. For that, if you have email queue, also still fine. So I can do quickly create. So case email queue. Case subject name selecting. And who is the user? I'm saying that this is user. If you have as many users, you can match it. So they are the key members. Only they can accept the ticket and then they can start working on it. Now I go back to the assignment rules. And in the assignment rules, I'm mentioning one more criteria here, saying that the order number two. So in this criteria, again, if I say case origin equals, if it comes as a email, then you just check onto this. And what is the queue name? So this time the queue name is case email queue. So you wanted to have any assignment template. Let's see. Uh, case assignment notification. I just click on this. Look at the support case web inquiries. For them, this set of templates that will fire. So that is what we've seen. I have we will just get back to you all this email that was going on. This particular template that is fired at that time. Now for me, case support case assignment notification. So this template, let me choose it. Why? Because this says so respective team, you got an assignment of a queue. Please work on it. If you have any predefined case teams specifically to deal with them, you can give the team names also. Why team? So, so they may be expertise in this. So you are also giving the reference to some other team. Okay. Anyway, we are created one more queue and assignment rules, and the next entry also we have added call. When there's an email, go to the case email queue. Perfect. Now what to do is email settings. Huh? email. So you have to say email to case. Yeah. Service, we say email to case. Someone sends an email, so that automatically assigned to us to our respective Salesforce record. So this is what we have to do now. So to enable email to case, we have to do a few things. Like I'm saying, enable email to case. First, I'm enabling it. Notify the case owners on the new emails. Okay. Enable HTML email. I can get the HTML email also. Save HTML case if any attaching of files. So on demand is something that if something your email gets fails, so it bounce back to them or disregards them. So all that you can do still. Let me save this. So that's a basic configuration that you're doing. Yes, you are enabling all of the basic activity. And then you're doing it. So firstly, you have to create a new email address so that whenever someone sends to the respective email, you're trying to get an email record here. So let me give a new here. So now you have to use effectively any one of your emails. Oh, sorry. So let me choose jump sales email here. So routing name, what I say is Salesforce. Let's say this way. McDonald's case team. Hmm. So can you see this window? Where can you see this window?
Hello?
Are you able to see this window?
Yes.
Okay. So routing name is McDonald's service. I'm just giving here. McDonald's spelling wrong. McDonald's support service. Okay. So I don't want to create any task or specific email. I want to create a case. So username is I'm directly associating a queue here. If the cases comes here, you may have assignment rules or you can leave it up. So you can directly assign a queue that whenever a case email comes in and someone types, you can give the case queue name here. You can give the priority and you can set the email as a origin. Save. Just check you have given your name here, email ID here. So I'm clicking on verify. I think you should get an email.
Yeah, I'm checking.
So you have to accept it, verified only then it would work.
Yeah, I got the email.
So if you click on them, verify will turn to verified. So she is verified. That's the reason I got this.
Hmm.
So now it's fine. So we are pretty good. So let's come back to email to case setup. So we have to get an email address here. So when I enable email on demand service, only then I get this address. So it should be there, guys. Enable on demand service. So what does this says is to this email ID you can send an email. So I'll come here, I'll compose and just give this email address. That is email address tomorrow thing. Support McDonald's support service or support service at mcdonald.com. Some email ID thing. So today we consider on our name and subject is something um, issue with food team today have been to Kukatpally. Some context is any. Today I went to a Kukatpally restaurant. The hygiene was not good. Please keep the area clean. That's it. To this particular he's sending it. Now the case is sent to the respective team. Now let's see. Our configuration is correct. All open cases. I'm just opening it. Issue with the food. And now it is with case email queue. You see this? Case email queue. Hi. Web email. Web name, which is the email which just came in. Hi team. Today I went to this restaurant. I do not please keep you. This is a thanks email. This is an email which we received to Jamsil. Do you see this? Isn't it?
Do I get that email too?
No. It is true address. From this guy, it has went to two. That means it has
Okay.
reached into Salesforce.
Okay.
Instead of tomorrow, your name would be McDonald's at supportservice.com, something like that. Or service support at McDonald's.com. To that email will come, and this is the email would be. So why we given your name is it's a unique name. Every time Salesforce requires a unique email to do a service activity. You cannot give my email ID, already has been used. So that's the reason I've given your name, your email ID.
Yeah.
So what we understood is even from an email which you're sending it, so we can get a case. So this is called as email to case. Web to case we seen and email to case we seen. So that where case management, what is case, email to case, web to case, how to manage case in case, we have good till there. Fine. Then I'll do start using assignment rules. Auto response and escalation also would be the same like assignment rules, but in escalation you would give duration and what duration you have to give escalate this case if no one is touching it. Otherwise, we are going to create some articles and then assign some articles to the solutions. Solution management and customize the console. I think we have to knock off this from the course. Solution management is very way back where people are using the classic application, and they only had some console to say to rearrange. But instead of customizing the console, I will say customizing the case layout, so we can customize the page how it looks like today. So, for example, if you just click on a case, so you're getting this. Still, we can optimize the layout how to be appearing. All that we can do. So I'll help you out with that. So this is not here into the service console. We have something called a sales console, service console we have. We can optimize the service console also. See, a console page is quite different. So we look at this. You have this in this way. I'm working on 1002. In the 1002, I'm working on some subject like this. Look at this. There are so many windows. I can manage the screen also. What should be in the first window? What should be the second, third, and what details you are getting. So do not keep everywhere the same information. Here also case details. Here also case details. It doesn't make sense. And here also customer contact. So this is about the customer data information. Who is a parent of the record? Other people are having it. If you have any suggestions, like say knowledge articles for this particular case, on the right side it should show. So why we want to have suggestion articles? The users who have raised a request, so we are associating an articles and we're sending back to them. This simple issue, please troubleshoot with this, below steps. So this is what we call as service console. So where you can open the as many tickets and then you can have sub tabs also inside that. Ideally, this will not be there in the other lightning experience stuff. Only for a console related stuff, you have this. Why? Because being an agent, you can open multiple tickets and you can work on stuff. Under that also this particular respective ticket, there may be a chains of another small tabs can be opened up. So we'll all report to this tab and then they can have multiple tabs like this under one single tab. So this is called as primary tab and these all are secondary sub tabs, whatever you can call. So how do you customize this? That is what they are asking here. So we can still do the customize the console. But solution management and the knowledge management. So the advanced version of solution is the knowledge management we have. So tomorrow I would talk about the knowledge management and how do you customize the console and then auto response and escalation rules. So then the case or service cloud should be winded up on the topic of that. How do we know how to create a record types and other stuff? How do we dealt with this? Then we have to jump onto the formulas and how do we write formulas in order to achieve a few functionalities and how these formulas would be helpful to your project. So that all we have to get an idea. Getting guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions so far?
Only question is, can you send this recording?
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot actually.
Yeah.
I want to practice immediately so that it bees
We
there.
will forget otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll try to make it up and say that this is Service Cloud part one, and tomorrow I'll say it's part two. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye.
Bye.